In April 1992, one amazing thing happened that really impacted my life, not directly at the time, but indirectly now that I reflect on it, which was the Navy decided to adopt the core values of honor, courage, and commitment. Now, mind you, I had joined the Navy in 1991, and of course that might show because of my appearance. But in 1992, having adopted those core values of honor, courage, and commitment, little did I know at the time how they would positively impact me going forward in my career in the Navy and Navy Reserve. In fact, they have become part of my professional DNA, if you will. So much so that I have a coin that I have on top of my table where I work in our offices that has those words in addition to the Sailor's Creed. This has been one of the things that I've held dear as far as core values are concerned for several decades now. So much so that when I think about any set of core values, I look at them and I go, are they just words on the wall, or are these things that people actually believe and are committed to achieving for themselves and for the betterment of the organization, as well as the community at large? So I look at that and I go, these are the things that inform me as a leader on a day-to-day basis. When I choose to incorporate core values, I choose to commit myself to living them out, I ultimately am making a choice to be better as a leader and as a human being. For me, and this may not apply for you, but for me, they act as a North Star. I make decisions through those values. I make choices through those values. For instance, when it came time to advocating for my sailors, when I was a leader in the Navy Reserve, I would look at those core values as my North Star and ask myself, are their actions living up to honor, courage, and commitment, especially in this high pressure instance? For example, I had a sailor that was replacing me in Afghanistan on my second deployment, and I caught some of the work that he was doing. And in my opinion, it wasn't even high quality work. In fact, it was a cut, copy, paste type of thing. And so when I sat down with him, it was under the auspices of pointing out where he had an opportunity to do better, but more important, where I could say, look, I have a question for you. Are you living into honor, courage, and commitment right now with this work that you're performing? Or can you do better? And are you willing to fix what isn't working here? It's a tough conversation for any leader to have, let alone a leader in the midst of a combat theater where the stakes are high and human lives are in the balance. So I bring this up really to let you know that when you choose a set of core values, choose them well. When you adopt a set of core values that an organization believes in, ask yourself the question, do they align with my values personally? And can I live them out without having a conflict of interest? And even equally as important, do I see evidence of these core values being lived out by my colleagues in the organization around me? These are really serious questions that we should also consider, especially when we're doing what leaders do best, which is acting with the authority that we've been given to execute on the things that we've been asked to deliver. So evaluate your own core values. See if somewhere along the way you've adopted a set of core values that can act or have acted as a North Star, and then figure out how closely they align with the organization that you're a part of, be it for profit or not for profit, service organizations, and see if you've got good alignment that allow you to exhibit your leadership behavior, and then always move as if you're working through that lens of those core values. There you have it. Another life lesson learned, brought to you by Tim Unscripted.